Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-upness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-upness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Get money division. The place where you transform into a man on a mission. Learning to not feel guilty about selfish decisions. You and your best self would be on a head-on collision. You will not be stopped by obstacles that drop by. Those who wanna see you fall, cause more wanna see you fall. You will be so focused, you won't get no peace at all. Till you go from mud feet to walking on streets of gold. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Dr. BOA, the utmost alpha surgeon, helping you to become your most alpha version. Old and new you, this is where they will be merging. Give money today, so later you'll be splurging. Tell them haters you do not care what they say about you. Just mentally vow to make them live without you. When your vision sprouts to living it from chasing it. When they say your name, just make sure they put some bass on it. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. She think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Alphas don't trust hoes. They just think they bitch should be. Trust me. Alphas take control. They just let they bitches leave. I'm just saying I'm the motherfucking man, cause my bitch ain't got no plans, and my wishes are command, and everything that she do is for the team. Seeing daddy win the ring is a motherfucking dream, and she knows everything I want, everything I need, it's a guarantee. Everything I do, everything I say, it's my way, you know way, you know way, it's okay, you know. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. I don't trust these hoes. Bitches don't know honesty. I stay in control. Never relinquish the lead. I'm just saying you are not the fucking man if your bitch got her own plans and your wish ain't her command, and everything that she do ain't for the team. Seeing you in the ring ain't her motherfucking dream. She should know everything you want, everything you need, it's a guarantee. Everything you do, everything you say, it's your way, you know way, you know way, it's okay, you know. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight.
What's good, homies? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA, man. We up in the joint once again, doing our thing, man. Salute to the brothers in the building, man. Appreciate everybody being up in the joint. Let's see who we got up in the joint with us, man. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me loud and clear, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Let me take care of something right quick, man. My bad. Should have been taking care of this already. But we're going to give the people a few minutes to get up in the joint anyway, man. So, man, I've been thinking about putting together a sports channel, man. I really have, man. Because just this weekend, it's been a phenomenal way to start it off. I may actually do that, man. I'm out of pocket right now, but I may actually do that, man. Because this would have been a phenomenal weekend for me to come back with some sports commentary, especially being from Bama. It was a bad Saturday in sports, man, for Tuscaloosa. Bronze Bomber got knocked out. Alabama got knocked off. It's just tough weekend in sports for Tuscaloosa, man. Which means, tough weekend in sports for the state, man. It's bad looking in sports for Alabama this weekend, man. We'll be back. We'll be back, though. Don't worry about it. No need for concern about it. I really thought about that, though, man. I really thought about doing that, man. I think it'd be phenomenal. And, just so y'all can see another side of me, man. And we could do something that's not so intense. You know what I'm saying? When we're doing this, man, this is intense, man. It's always very intense. When we're doing the show, it's always intense, man. And, I kind of want us to be able to, do something else that's not so intense all the time. Something that we can do that we all share. I could have done the fishing channel, but that just show y'all what I do. But I wanted to go ahead and do that, man. But it's been a bad week, man. Been a bad week in sports for Alabama, man. The tie got whipped, man. The final score wasn't indicative of what actually took place. Texas A&M dominated the game, the whole game, man. And it's been a long time since I saw Nick Saban coach team go down with a potential game-winning drive and go 3-and-out, man. That defensive line for Texas A&M, man, was not a joke. You know what I'm saying? Alabama's offensive line isn't as bad as they look, but boy, in the trenches, they got beat up. Boy, Texas A&M put it on. And of course, Deontay Wilder, man, he was just overmatched. Tyson Fury is too big and too skilled, man. Like he was not gonna beat him. If once Tyson Fury ate his best shot twice and got up, it was over. It was over. Once he ate his best shot, that right hand, he walked into a right hand. You know what I'm saying? The first fight, he went down on one man and he was kind of getting away from it. This one, he walked into it. That's the best shot Deontay Wilder has, man. Tyson Fury got up from it. It was over at that point. But it was a good fight. It was a good fight. But he was not going to beat Tyson Fury at that point. That boy is too big, too skilled, and to be perfectly honest with you, got too much heart. So right now, man, he top dog. I don't really think I've seen a heavyweight that could beat him. I think, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Ali has a chance against anybody because he'll take the punches and just, we see how they ended up for him. But during his prime, he'll let you punch yourself out, man, then whip you to sleep. And I also think maybe George Foreman would have had a turn. Sonny Lister as well. Maybe Sonny Lister. There are some big guys that could match him, just weight and brutality, but Deontay Wilder wasn't one of those guys. I think what he should have done, man, he should have kept that weight off. Adding that extra weight to his upper body was just too much for his already chicken legs, man. He got chicken legs, man. If they're going to add that weight to him, they should have added about 70% of their weight to his legs, man, because his legs is what he needs when that boy started leaning that weight on him. So you take the extra weight he had, then the extra weight that Tyson Fury had, and lean it on him all night. Oh, man, them legs going to be gone, man. Now, Tyson was too small, man. There was no way that Tyson could. I don't think Tyson could beat. I don't think Mike Tyson could beat Tyson Fury, man. After I saw what Riddick Bowe did to him, I don't think he could have beat him, man. And a lot of those guys Mike Tyson fought early on, man, those guys were afraid of him. Now, when you look at Trevor Berbick, man, those guys, he came in the ring and he had already psychologically beat those guys. And, once he got to the point where he couldn't psychologically beat guys anymore, Buster Douglas couldn't be psychologically beat because Buster Douglas was in pain. He had just lost his mother. And that fueled his training. So he didn't have any fear of Mike Tyson at all because you know how it is, man. He lost his mom, man. He probably felt like she was there with him. He had a psychological edge that everyone before him hadn't had. And after that, it don't matter why you lose. All it took was for everybody to see that Mike Tyson can be knocked out. After that, the aura of invincibility is gone. No one was afraid of him anymore. And as you see, his career tanked after that. That he didn't have an impressive, after he lost to Buster Douglas, man, he didn't have an impressive fight for the rest of his career. That was it. You know what I'm saying? And so when you think about it, like Tyson just, he's hit. We saw some exciting stuff from him, but Tyson don't even rank in my top 5 best heavyweights of all time. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 guys ahead of him easily. One of those guys is from his era. You know what I'm saying? I put Prime Holyfield above Prime Tyson. That's just me, though. So he's not even top 5 on my heavyweight list, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to put Joe Frazier and Ali ahead of him. Hell, I put George Foreman ahead of him. I put Holyfield ahead of him. I put Joe Louis ahead of him, just for what Joe Louis meant to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about it, man, those guys were, when Joe Louis was fighting, man, do you know, man, he could have been killed, man, for beating up a white guy in the ring? That's the time we talk about Joe Louis was fighting. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, that's just my thing though, man. All right, so let's get into this thing, man. I want to talk about this, man, because I've had some crazy interactions with women, man, just throughout my lifetime, man. And I think some of the things that guys miss are things that you can't afford to miss, because these things will keep you from putting yourself in a situation where you don't know the woman that you're dealing with. It's kind of like Gabrielle Union is coming out with all this new stuff now, you know, all these new wrinkles in her past and all of that, man. I mean, which most of this stuff you can see, but you don't know how she felt about it. You can see her dating different guys, but you don't know how she felt about it. And we're going to talk about how to get into a broad mind tonight, man. So, you know, men ask the wrong questions. You can't ask a woman a question that's going to put her on the defensive, because then she's going to try to maneuver her way around the question. First of all, let's cover this. You don't care about a woman's past. You don't care about a woman's present. You don't care about a woman's future. You don't care about none of that. You just met her. You don't care nothing about her. All you know is you find her attractive and you want to get to know her. You don't care about nothing. So 3 questions you ain't got no reason. You ain't got no business asking no woman. How many men she been with? You ain't got no business asking a woman that. If she volunteers that information, now you can steer the conversation in that direction to make her come out with that, but you should never ask her directly, how many men you been with? You should never ask her that. You should never ask her about, you know, any particulars about, you know, what she's done sexually and who she's done. We shouldn't ask her any of those things. You got to learn how to navigate the conversation and lead her into just opening up about those things. What I mean is, I'm not saying you don't want that information, but you never ask a woman about those things directly. And another thing, you never ask a woman. And this is one that I know some of you men have always asked a woman. You never ask a woman if she's single. Because 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. See, let me tell y'all something right now about women and being single. Let me get these super chats first, man, before we dive into this thing. Appreciate all y'all being in the joint, man. Let me see. Elijah Bryant, appreciate the 3 bones, man. Welcome to hear your music, full song. We coming, man. We coming. It's a bunch of red tape, man. You know, a couple of samples to be cleared, man. Sid Thompson. Appreciate the super chat, man. Repping Morocco, man. Repping Morocco. Salute to you, man. Kazan Clan. Represent Chile. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Alphaspheres International, man. Salute to you. Jacob, represent, I think that's New Zealand. I think it is. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Kazan say top-notch topic, bro. A guy needed by a lot of brothers. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. All right, man. I think that's it. One quite as many as I thought it was. Here's the thing, man. A woman is never single. Let me tell you why. Single means fully detached from any man. So a woman is either still dealing with a man or men. She's so fresh out of dealing with a man that her box still smells like the dude, or she is dibbling dabbling with multiple men. And here's the thing. If a woman has a child, she's never single. I want y'all to remember that. If a woman has a child, she's never single, because she's always a family with another dude. Always a family with another dude. So
Don't even ask her that. See, women view being single in percentages. Like a woman would say, I'm 100% single if she's not dealing with any man in any way. She's 100% single. A woman would say she's 50% single if she isn't serious with a man, but they're engaging sexually. But she won't tell you that she's 50% single. She'll still say she's single. In her mind, she's 50% single. But she's not going to tell you, no, I'm about 50% single, but this is how they function. A woman will tell you she's 20% single if she's just dealing with a dude, but they're not sexually active. You know what I'm saying? If he's the one she's dealing with, she'll tell him that. I mean, she'll tell you that she's single, but she looks at that as 20% single. So a woman doesn't have to be fully single in order to tell you she's single. So why ask? Why ask? She's just going to say yes. Whether she's 20%, 50%, 30%, 100%, she's just going to say, yes, I'm single. No woman's going to tell, unless a woman is married and she's looking for a side dude. And if a woman's looking for a side dude, you know that when you approach it, because a woman that's married looking for a side dude got her ring on and she is flexing it. She wants you to know that ain't nothing serious going on. And that's the thing you have to keep in mind, man. Stephen Malejo, man. Oh, what's good, brother? Long time no see, man. Salute to you. Appreciate the 5 bone, brother. A debt of gratitude. Salute to you, brother. It's my homie, man, from Chi-Town, man. Skilled martial artist. When I say skilled martial artist, Capoeira, man. I think that's what it's called. Skilled martial artist, man. Salute to you, brother. Now, here's what I also want y'all to understand. Guys say, don't meet her family. You do want to meet her family, but you want to talk to them over the phone. Like you want to talk to her and whoever's around, say, who is that, Shop? It's your sister. All right, let me chop it up with her. Blah, blah, blah. Her family talking to you on the phone, somebody's going to let you know that there's somebody else they thought you were. Somebody, if you talk to enough people in her family, so you don't want to meet them in person yet, but if they're just around, you talk to enough people in her family, then you're going to find out if she's single or not, or if she's dealing with someone else, because somebody's going to ask her, is this the guy who such and such, blah, blah? Is this the guy who such and such, blah, blah? Man, I had a chick, I was talking on the phone with a chick, man, talking to her granddad, man, and she introduced me to her granddad over the phone, and her granddad said, is this the same one you was living with? Just like that. You understand? He didn't. Now her sister may not have done that because, you know, women play the same game together. They know what not to do. They know the rules of engagement. But that's what her granddad asked. Is this the same one you was living with? Now you ain't got to ask no questions about that. I ain't asking no questions about it. That's just her. That's just automatically lets you know that was somebody she was living with recently. But you just have to pay attention. But here's the thing. Stop confronting women about things that you shouldn't care about. Stop confronting women about things that you shouldn't care about. Especially if you're trying to do a long distance relationship. If you're trying to do a long distance relationship, man, there ain't no such thing as a long distance relationship. That's just two people that live in a different area that kick it when they can. There is no such thing as a long distance relationship because you cannot govern a woman's actions long distance. You cannot believe anything a woman says unless you can govern her actions. Then when can you govern her actions? When you can see her. You can't believe anything she says. You can't trust her any further than you can see her. Trust is not something that you apply to women. So don't ask her, you know, how many times she cheated on somebody. Instead, ask her. Don't ask. Let's do some examples. If you talk to a woman family, they're either going to be glad she finally got a man, or they're going to think your ass somebody else. They're going to either be glad she got a man, or they're going to think you somebody else. Somebody's going to ask if you that dude, whoever that dude is, whatever that dude represents, or however they remember that dude. Somebody's going to ask, is this the dude who such and such? Is this the dude you such and such? Or they're going to be saying, "Ooh, I'm glad you finally got you a man. You need a man." That lets you know, man, that she actually has been single. That's what you're looking to hear. If nobody says, "Oh, you finally got a man. I'm glad you finally got your man, so you can stop calling me all the time." If nobody you talk to ever says that about her, then she has not been single for a long time. She probably not single. Somebody got to say that. Somebody gonna say it. I'm telling you, if you talk to enough people in the family, somebody gonna say it. Even when you meet them in person, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, so this man who found boy, let me tell you, you must be a good one, man. Cause boy, I thought for a minute that she liked girls or something." I'm telling you, bro, this is how people talk because everybody want to be a comedian, everybody want to be funny, and everybody want to act like they're well wishers of everything that's going on. So somebody gonna spill the beans. MPI, appreciate the 5 bone. I remember I met a woman family. I felt that energy off her aunts. They look in her eyes when their eyes when she introduced me. That's a good observation right there, man. Looking in her eyes, knowing what's going on, man. When you look in a woman's eyes, when you look at any woman's eyes, her aunts, her mama, anybody, you got to know what you see when you look in a woman's eyes. Now, here's another thing. You don't want to ask a woman how many men she's had, because she ain't gonna be honest. Never ask a woman how many men she's been with. Let me tell you how you get a true answer out of her. This is how you get a true answer out of her. You instead ask her, how many women would she think is too much for a man to have been with for her to date him? Like, how many women is foul for a man to have slept with? And whatever that number is, multiplied by 3. That's her number. If she says 3, she's been with at least 9 men. Say 5, she's been with at least 15. Don't always, you got to not make it about her. Anytime you make a woman feel like whatever she tells you is going to be foul or is going to make you not like her, she's not going to tell you. She's not going to tell you the truth. So stop asking questions that we already know women are going to be 100% honest about. What's the purpose in asking her that question when you know for a fact she's not going to be 100% honest about it? Why would she be 100% honest about it? It's things like never ask a woman, has she ever been in love? I don't care if she ever been in love. Here's what you do. You don't care if she's ever been in love. You care if her ass is still in love. So don't ask her, has she ever been in love? Instead, ask her, have you ever been hurt? But you got to say, by a low-down man. You got to make sure that you pull that emotion out of her. Have you ever been hurt by a low-down man? You ever had a low-down man that just did you dirty? And boy, you sit and listen. This is the only time you're going to listen to her tell you about this dude. But you want to see how deep the hurt goes. And why are you doing this? Because you don't want to be dealing with a woman that's still emotionally caught up with another man, because too much of that man energy still engulfs that woman. You enter that woman, and before you know it, your energy is all mixed up because you're dealing with a woman who still got another man energy controlling her. This is the energy thing, man. This is about what we need to do in order to protect our alpha energy. That's the main thing. The main thing is to protect your alpha energy, homies. That's the main reason we're here. That's the main reason we do this. That's the main reason we talk about these things, because our goal is to protect our alpha energy. Be real mahogany. Appreciate the 50 bones. Appreciate the sponsorship, homie. See what the homies say here, man. Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Focus on self-love, self-awareness. Salute to the alpha sphere. Salute, bro. Appreciate the sponsorship. And see, that's the main thing. Like, we have to keep in mind that when a woman is tied to a man like that, ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So you need to know how emotionally distraught she is over this man. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you're dealing with a woman who got a kid. You want to hear her conversation with her kid's dad, right? Why? You want to hear the energy. If that energy is rah, 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 too much, man, let me tell you something. Any type of emotional attachment to a dude is the same thing. So if a woman is in love with a dude or she hates him, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Because all that happens when a woman hates her ex is that the love she felt for him has turned into hate, but it's still the same amount of emotion and the same emotional attachment. And the thing is, hate is worse because hate comes with anger, and anger comes with the need to seek vengeance. And so anger can hold on to somebody longer once they get into that need to seek vengeance mode, because once you need to seek vengeance, you can't rest until you get that vengeance. It takes a lot to get off that, to get that vengeance spirit off of you, man. It takes a lot to get it off you. You almost can't get it off of you, man. You almost can't get it off of you, man. You know, and here's another thing, man. You got to know the type of men that a woman has been with, but you don't want to ask her, well, what kind of men you been with? What they look like? How do they dress? What they wear? Ask her simple things like how you feel about men wearing skinny pants. Ask every woman that. Any woman that, man, listen, it's been years since I met a woman that asked her how she feel about men wearing skinny pants. Because if she thinks men look good in skinny pants, she probably dealt with some dudes, man, that deal with other dudes. You understand? She probably dealt with some dudes that deal with other dudes, man. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Having skinny pants on, man, that's a different feel, bro. Skinny pants, leggings, tights, all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't some type of athlete, man, you ain't got no reason with no type of spandex clothes on, man. And skinny pants and spandex, damn near the same thing. Leggings and spandex clothes, damn near the same thing. You ain't on a football field or working out or training some kind of way, bro. Man, you ain't got no reason to walk around in your everyday life, man, with no skinny pants on. That's just the reality of it, man. That's just the reality of it. Now, am I saying every single dude that? Because here's the thing: the more in shape you get when you're lean, not skinny, but lean. If you're lean but muscular, you almost have to, your pants are almost going to be snug on your leg just to fit your waist. If you got a small waist but you in shape, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you got a 27 waist. You know what I'm saying? You got a 27 waist, man, but your quads are huge. Your pants going to fit a little snug around the thighs because they got to. They just have to. There ain't nothing you can do. If they're going to fit your waist, they're going to be snug on your thighs. If they're going to fit your thighs, they're going to be sagging off your waist. That's one of the things about, you know, working out until your legs just get so huge. But I'm talking about dudes, man, you go in their closet now, they got a skinny pants, man. Like just regular dudes, skinny pants. When you ask her how she feels about it, because here's the thing, you can't stop dudes from wearing skinny pants. But, you know, if she thinks that that's the A1 fashion, or if she see dudes with piercings in their nose or piercings in their tongue or dude with piercings all over, man, or dude, you know, just weirdo dudes that wear thongs, man. I ask women things like this. You know, how you feel about dudes that wear thongs? And I always tell them about the experience I had, man, we was at Myrtle, and a whole bunch of Q dogs, man. The Omegas, man. They was out there, man. Them boys was out there with purple thongs and gold boots. And gold flip-flops. They was out there with purple thongs and gold flip-flops. A bunch of them too, man. About 100 of them niggas out there. All of them had on purple thongs and gold flip-flops. And man, I'm be honest with you, man. Man, that was the absolute most horrendous thing, man, I've ever seen in my life, man. And wasn't no girls around. It was just a whole bunch of Omegas out there, man. All of them was out there together, man. They was, you know, they was in a close group. You know what I'm saying? Like they were touching each other with thongs and flip-flops on, man. I was like, man, damn. Yeah, that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing I ever seen, man. I'm scarred by that, man, just to be honest with you. I'm scarred. That, like, to me, that was like a nightmare scene. You know, I'm scarred by that, bro. Absolutely scarred. So, you know, the thing is, man, you just have to, when you're dealing with a woman, man, you have to not get into caring too much about anything. You understand? Here's the thing about her past. You already know. You don't care how many men she's been with because either she's a virgin or she's not. You know what I'm saying? Either she's a virgin or she's not. Like, there are no levels to a woman after a virgin. You know, and here's the thing. If a woman has been with multiple men and she ain't never been married, she ain't nobody ever even wanted her as their wife. If she's never been a wife, but she's been married, but she's been with multiple men, she's a harlot. That's just the reality of it. Now, here's the thing, man. This is not me just making up stuff. Like, a woman is literally only supposed to have sex with her husband. And then when she's not with that husband, she can have sex with another husband. And if that husband puts her away, she can have sex with another husband. The bottom line is these women that you meet are having sex with men who don't even want them to be their wives. Or men they don't even want to be their husbands. They just out there willy-nilly, just giving it away. So don't worry about who she's been with, because either she's a virgin or she's not. And that's just the reality of it. And women don't want to hear that, but hey, man, ain't nobody told you to be out there giving yourself away like that. Now you got to suffer the consequences of that. The same way, if I do some things and I end up doing a whole bunch of time in prison, guess what? When I come out, I gotta deal with the consequences of that. I got to deal with the consequences that don't nobody want to hire me for a job, man, because I just got out of prison. I got to deal with those consequences. I got to deal with the consequences of figuring out, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to make money because nobody's going to give me a job. I got to figure that out. If you ain't been to prison, you ain't got to worry about that. If you don't get hired, it won't be because of that. You see what I'm saying? Everything you do in life is a decision you make, and there are consequences, repercussions to the decision. But women don't want to have consequences, repercussions for living a heartless life. You know what I'm saying? And then you got knuckleheads like D Wade go ahead and marry a woman anyway, even though she's, not fit to be married. Or D Wade go ahead and marry her anyway. And you got other guys like that who will go ahead and marry a woman anyway, which just doesn't make sense. I don't even get that logic. Like, why would you do that? What's that BOA balled up right there? Boy, look at BOA, boy. Look at them forearms on BOA, man. Look at them tries on BOA, homies. BOA coming through with it, man. BOA is coming through with it, man. Y'all wait till sweater weather come. Y'all wait till sweater weather come and watch BOA, man. Bust out the sweaters. I might start doing I might start recording videos, man, full body, man, so y'all can see me clean. See, here's the main thing, man. Oh, Patreon gang, man. I got some content coming for y'all, man. Don't worry about it. I got the content coming for y'all, man. I'm putting the content up for y'all tomorrow, man. Tomorrow morning, Monday morning. Don't quit, man. Don't worry about it, man. Don't think I'm trying to get over on you, Patreon gang. I got you coming, homie. The Patreon Alphasphere, I got you, man. So here's the thing, man. Here's what I want y'all to understand, brothers. You got to worry more about how a woman perceives validation and how it affects her self-esteem. You understand what I'm saying? I ask a woman a question like, how many IG followers she got? Not because I care. And whatever number she says, I don't care. She can say a high number or a low number. I ask her because I want to see how excited she gets when she talks about it. You understand? I'm not even dealing with a woman who gets super excited about her IG followers. Man, I ain't worried about that, man. I ain't going to do it. I am not gonna do it, bro. If a woman get excited when she gets talking about that, I already know, man. She what I like to call a social media tycoon who ain't got no business, except getting likes for showing herself. That's her business on social media, and I just know that that's a woman that I don't want to deal with. So that for me, that's a get kicked out you get kicked out the car already. You get kicked off the bus. This your stop. You got to get off. But these are the type of things you ask a woman, but you don't ask her so you can see how popular she is. You ask, or even how many pictures she posts. I don't care about none of that. I care about her energy when she talks about social media. How does social media make her feel? Is it making her feel like, woo wee, boy, man? I got blah 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 and blah blah, and and I got these right here, and I post blah blah blah, and then blah 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 woo woo. Another thing. Here's another thing about social media. This ain't no question, but if a woman is always sharing shit with you off social media, then she's an undercover social media tycoon. Because let me tell you something. The women who are most influenced by social media are the ones who don't post. The ones who post are looking for validation. That's one thing. That's bad enough. The ones who don't post but are always on social media, they're the ones who are being influenced by the information the most. They're the ones being influenced by the information the most. They're the ones who will take anything they see on social media and run with it. Whether it's something to just believe about somebody else or whether it's some way to influence their lives. Man, let me tell you something. I met a chick, man. She would listen to her pastor at church. She would listen to her mama. She would listen to the Hebrew Israelites. She would listen to just whoever else. She had all these people in her ear telling her about spirituality. And she was confused. She halfway in the New Testament, halfway in the Old Testament. She throw a little bit of the Quran in there, throw a little bit of the Apocrypha in there, but don't know too much about any of it. Just all over the place, mixed up. But that's the type of thing. Whatever a woman wants to know, she has to automatically be limiting the sources that she gets her information from. And social media is just not the place to get your information from if you get it from all over the place. Like I tell guys out, man, you wouldn't believe how many guys who listen to me, they want to book a consultation with me, they tell me what the issue is. Man, I tell them to go holler at Steph. You understand? I tell them to go holler at Afi. I tell them, man, I don't do that. There's a dude asked me the other day, man. Hey, man, look, man, man, I just, man, when the women, how do I get the women, man, to the blah, 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 man, when I be out and I be trying to pick the women up, man, you want dating advice. I say, man, holler at AMS. You know what I'm saying? Like he want that type of dating advice, that go out, pick up dating advice. A guy come in, he dating women, he got a few women, but he ain't serious with none of them, man. He just want to figure out how to run game on, pretty much how to game them, man, and keep them all on them and all that, man. Hell, I send them the outfit, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, any young homie, man, I send them the step. Unless they're having an adult situation in their life where like he got a family with kids and all that, then that's something different. But like, man, any other time, man, if you're dealing with some stuff, man, that, if you close to Steph age, man, and shit, you dealing with some stuff, man, I just tell you, man, holler at Steph. That's just what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna send you to somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know about, man, how to get your clothing wear game up, man, I can put you up a game on that, man. But I might just tell you, man, go holler at EO, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do, because you can't be a man and just be all over the place getting information from everywhere, because all that shit don't apply to you. As a man, you know what you got going on in your life. Hey, you know what, man? Forget these bras, man. We ain't gonna talk about these bras tonight. Let's get into some other stuff, man. Let's talk some alpha talk, man. That just ain't what we finna talk about tonight, man. We ain't finna. I ain't gonna spend no more time, man, talking about what you supposed to ask no bra, man. Cause really, man, it don't even matter. You ask bra whatever you want to ask her. When you the most alpha version of yourself, is your way or no way. So it don't matter what you ask a bra, man. Like, we don't need you ask a bra whatever you want to ask her, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about some real talk, man. As a man, you can't be all over the place getting information from everywhere. And I'm not saying you got to get your information from me, but I'm saying what's going on in your life. Okay, what information best applies to that? Seek that information. You can't be all over the place. You can't be becoming the most alpha version of yourself and then still worried about, going out, chasing women. You can't, those two things don't go together. So if you want to chase women and you want to be dating and in the dating game, then the alpha sphere is not where you need to be, because I'm never going to tell you anything about that. I'm never going to give you any information about meeting women, picking them up, what to say to them, any of that. I'm the wrong dude to ask about that. I could tell you that, but that's not why I'm here. That's not my mission. That's not why God put me here. But there are other guys who that's their mission. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like getting financial information. If you're going to get financial information, man, you can't be all over the place. You got to find a source that fits you. And you got to join that source. You know what I'm saying? I rock out with Bloomberg, the Bloomberg report. I rock out with it. You got to join to really get the real insight, but I rock out with it. It's giving me some valuable information, bro. That's real talk. Like right now, you know what I'm saying? You got guys out here, man, guys still floating along, talking about, just invest in this and invest in that. Man, let me tell you something, bro. You better watch your money and watch your investment. You better keep some liquid on you. Keep some liquid cash around, man. Get you a safe. Build you a wall safe. Get you a doghouse safe and put it in the backyard. Do something. You need to have some liquid assets laying around handy. I'm talking about as much of it as you can. Anywhere from 10 bands to 100 bands. You need to have it laying around, bro, close to you in close proximity. Because if things keep going the way they're going, you might have a big surprise on October the 18th. There might be up to 1.6 million jobs about to be lost. There may be trillions of dollars of personal wealth lost. The economy is in that type of shape right now. Why you think they're pulling all these punches, man, trying to get this finance thing under control, this budget thing under control? You know what's going on right now with the budget? The debt ceiling. The U.S. has met its debt ceiling. You know when you meet your debt ceiling? When you can't get no more credit. Your debt ceiling is there. This is how much we'll loan you. You know how you function with your credit report? when you get to, this is how much debt the lenders will let you have. When you get to that amount of debt, nobody's going to loan you no more money. That's what the U.S. is as a country right now. And guys are talking about just keep throwing your money, putting it in something that's not controlled by you. No, bro, do that. Have you some assets. But man, you better have you some liquid somewhere. I ain't saying keep it at your house with you because you want nobody to kick your dough in, but you need to have some liquid land somewhere. You need to put you some bands to the side, homie. You need to put you some bands to the side, dog. Why you think suddenly everything went to direct deposit? Because in crunch time, they want to be able to have access to, they want you to get comfortable with leaving your money sitting there because it's already there, and they want you to get comfortable. So when crunch time comes and they need to fold in on their personal wealth, they can grab your wealth, homie. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all better read. Y'all better read the rights that a country has in tough times to seize personal assets from the citizens that it owns. See, we're in tough times right now, man. Everything ain't going copacetic right now. But all these smoking mirrors, the Lil Nas X's and the R. Kellys and all of this, they want you to focus on that foolishness, man. They want you to focus on polarizing topics so you can focus on the business. As a man, you focus on the business, not the entertainment. Oh, that's entertainment. Oh, that's emotional stuff to rile you up emotionally. You want to be in logic and focus on the money. What's happening with the finances? What do I need to do with my paper? I guarantee you, very few men who are well off with investments have 100 bands put off somewhere. They ain't even got to be in the same place. Man, you can have 10 bands at 10 different locations, but very few men have 100 bands cash just hid off. And you know what? When everything about the assets get frozen, then what your ass gonna do? You're gonna go from being paid to being broke just that quick. This big push, oh, that's fiat currency. That's fiat currency. That's fiat currency. Yeah, that's fiat currency. Okay, but it's at least currency that's in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Watch what the billionaires are doing, man. Man, everybody got some liquid put to the side, man. Everybody got some liquid put to the side. Put you a little liquid to the side. If it ain't number 5 bands, 10 bands, put what you can to the side. Pull you some, get you a safe, a well-hidden safe, and put you some paper in there, man. Do it for yourself, bro. Do it for yourself. Because if nothing else, you want to be able to have something to do some type of exchange with, bro. And the dollar ain't just gonna fold overnight. It's losing value, but it ain't gonna fold overnight. We ain't gonna wake up tomorrow and the dollar is worth nothing. That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too far spread around the world. There are too many entities that are built on top of the dollar. So it's not just gonna falter. So, you know, another thing is this, man. Now is not the time to be getting into some type of situation where you got to be financially responsible for other people. Now it's not that time. Don't do that right now. Wait until we get on the back end of this, man, because I was telling y'all, man, you got to watch the money. Watch what they do with the money. Watch how the money moving. Because that's what's going to determine what you can do and what you can't do and how you're able to maneuver in this society. So don't get into a situation where you're taking on extra financial responsibility right now. You don't need that in your life. You don't need it in your life. So right now, if you engage, you plan on getting married, man, you better put that engagement on hold. If you think about having a kid right now, don't have a kid right now. Put that on hold. You got to be prepared for anything, man. Yeah, you got to be prepared for the future, but damn it, you got to be prepared for the present too. We can all be prepared for the future. Invest, let it build up, man. Get you some stocks, get you a few Bitcoin, man. You know, just put your money out there and make it work for you. But right now, today, if things pop off, what do you have to navigate the society with? What do you have to sustain yourself with? If they say, okay, to come over here behind this fence over here, behind this gate over here, where it's safe and everybody ain't trying to eat you, then you got to have a certain amount of paper. Hey, man, look, you can stay out here if you want to. If you feel like it's better for you to stay out here, man, and just be in the trenches, man, and have to fight the rigmarole and see what's up, okay, cool. Me, myself, me and mine, hey, man, we going over there in the city behind the wall. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but you better be trying to get in the city behind the wall. I don't owe no loyalty to no struggle. You understand what I'm saying? I done my time in the struggle. I don't owe no loyalty to the struggle. You know what I'm saying? I owe my loyalty to a better life for me and mine. And wherever that better life is, my goal is to make sure that I can afford to give me and mine that better life. Out of the trenches. I don't want to be back in the trenches no more. And that's just real. I ain't lying to you at all, man. You know, we in a society where, man, you know, everybody's caught up in buying this and buying that. And man, there's shortages in supply of things. That's always a telltale sign, man. When there's a shortage in supply of things, and here's the thing, it's not a worldwide shortage. There's a shortage in supply of a lot of things that have to come to America. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why that is. And here's the thing, man. I don't want y'all to feel like, and I tell y'all this all the time. If you got 5 children, you probably need to be okay with a woman having 1. Technically speaking, boy, if you got 5 kids, you need a woman with some experience with a child, boy. Especially if you got some young ones. You know what I'm saying? If you got a young kid, man, you need a woman that got some experience with a young kid. So all of these things don't transcend all boundaries. Like every man, but if you ain't got no children, you're a damn fool if you deal with a woman with a child. You're a fool. You are a fool if you ain't got no children and you deal with a woman with a child. You leave that woman to men who got some children. You know what I'm saying? But you got about 4 or 5 of them, bro. Hey man, look, you might have to make a concession. You know what I'm saying? You might have to make a concession. You just might have to, man. Like it may be okay for you to make a concession. Because for you to be a man with 5 or 4 or 6 or 8, then you might have to be like, okay, here's this young, attractive woman. And I got a boatload of kids. I got TI type kids. I might have to be okay with having 1. You know what I'm saying? I might have to be okay. But if you ain't got none, man, you cannot be that type of fool. You can't be that type of fool. It's like if you ain't got no money, you can't be that type of fool that's trying to go out and hang out with your partners. You can't be out winding down these bras and you ain't got no paper. You can't even be worried about these bras if you ain't got no paper. Because they're a distraction from you getting the paper. It ain't about you got to take care of the woman with the paper. It's about their distraction from you getting the paper. Why are you wasting time focusing on the bra when you ain't got no paper? You need to get to the money, dog. It's too much money out here to be broke chasing women. Chase the paper. It's much more fulfilling when you catch up to the paper than you catch up to some broad, man. And the crazy thing is, you can chase the woman to get the woman and ain't no paper gonna come with it. Or you can chase the paper and get to the paper, and guess what? Suddenly, the same woman you were finna chase, now she's right there at your fingertips. Just wait for you to pick her up like a puppy. The Diamond Shop Beast. Appreciate you. I don't appreciate the dime. You're in the zone tonight, dog. Appreciate the content. Keep putting on for Bama, homie. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Repping that Bama. Eli, appreciate the 5-bone Canuck buck. Can you talk about benefits of celibacy? Stephen Vallejo, man. Appreciate the 5-bone. Pronounce the J. All right, pronounce the brother. Stephen Malaysia. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think I had that same issue, man. Way back in, man. Steph go way back, man. I'm talking about years back. Damn near the time I first started doing this, man. I think we had that same discussion, man, from back then. I didn't pronounce the J. Because it looked like a Hispanic name to me, man, for whatever reason. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Let me see who else. Did I miss anybody else, man? I think I got everybody, man. I see strategy bridges. Appreciate the 20 bones, man. Somebody say, man, can you talk about the benefits of celibacy? Man, the major benefits of celibacy, man, is just clarity. You get to master your own energy. You become the master of your own energy. Celibacy builds you into who you are. Like you get to marinate in who you are. And that literally, without a period of celibacy, you can't become the man that you're intended to become. You can't become the man you're intended to become while you're still out here, man, traipsing around with these bras. You can't do that. You have to, there has to be some, I call it abstinence. There has to be some abstinence for you to become the version of yourself that you want to be. You can't do that without abstinence. There's going to be, there's just too much energy exchange with females when you interact with them intimately for you to become the best version of yourself. You have to do that. Also, it keeps you from releasing your testosterone in just a non-productive way. Because here's the thing, man. Technically speaking, if you're not trying to impregnate a woman, then you really should be having sex anyway. When you really think about it, we just live in such an over-sexualized environment in America, man, where everybody almost can't resist the urge to be intimate. And that's just the society we live in. But that's not the way the rest of the world is. Like the way we engage sexually over here, man, the rest of the world looks at this as like one of the foulest cultures on the planet. And it really is. When you think about how active we are, and I was just talking to somebody about this, man, about how in America, women are told how to be let's say fair harlots. They're told that, okay, you don't want to be intimate with multiple men at once. So you want to make sure you're done with that man before you go be intimate with that man. Then you're done with that man before you go be intimate with that man. In America, it's perfectly okay for a woman to sleep with a different man every year. So in 6 years, she slept with 6 men. In America, that's a low number. In other places, man, she gets the scarlet letter. And men, we're the same way. We can't believe that there's an energy exchange for women when they're with all of those different men and not believe there's an energy exchange for us. We can't believe that. Any man who is out there, man, knocking down a whole bunch of different women all the time, man, that man can't even build no muscle. Now, he might already be in shape, but man, that man can't build no muscle, man, if he out there traipsing around. I'm talking about literally engaging intimately with all those different women. He loses too much testosterone. And for any fool that want to say, well, man, the body, when you lose testosterone, the body creates more. It doubles up on testosterone production. Yes, because it's got to make up for the lost testosterone. Of course, anytime that happens, if you got a bottle of water that's 16 ounces in it, and you pour and you take one sip out of it, you got to fill a little bit up. You only need a little bit of water. But if you pour half of it in a cup, guess what? You need a lot more water to fill it up. You need 8 ounces of water to fill it up. It's the same thing with your testosterone. If you lose a lot of it, yes, the body is going to recover first. So it's going to start overproducing it to get you back to even kill. But it's not just going to be producing it. Okay, get you back to even kill. And so for 3 or 4 days, you're still producing it like that. No. To get that effect, you got to work out. You got to get that post-exercise oxygen consumption. Excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. But you don't get that from laying up and giving your testosterone up to no bra. Brian, appreciate the dub. I keep forgetting to do this. I'm 18 and I got about 12 bands saved about thinking about investing it or getting a crib, but I think I'm gonna hold on to it for now in case it comes and goes south. Appreciate the wisdom, Doc. That's a strong number, man, for an 18-year-old, man. That's a strong number for an 18-year-old to have 12 bands, especially the discipline it takes to stack up at that age, because it's so easy to get rid of it at that age, man. Now, I say this, man. I would say if you want to invest, it would be wise, man, to take some of it and invest. You know what I'm saying? It would be wise. Maybe take 2 bands. Maybe take 2 bands and go ahead and invest in some. And if the economy kind of levels out, because they can stave off what was scheduled to happen around October 18th. They can stave it off, but they got to come to some type of agreement on this budget. Like the debt ceiling has to be lifted. And right now, the IMF ain't really trying to lift that, man. They really ain't trying to do it. And that's what they're fighting against, man. Like they need a budget that's going to fit in, that's going to be approved by the IMF and other, other organizations and groups that have to approve of it, man, in order for the company to be okay for, maybe the next couple of years. So I would say, man, it's not a bad idea, man, to invest some of it. MPI, appreciate the firebomb. It's been 6 months without sex, and I started driving, so I still release myself every now and then, but I'm getting better without day by day. That's all. It's a process, man. That's why you can't let guys who have mastered something guilt trip you because you haven't. The effort is what we're talking about. It takes a minute to master some of these things. When you're in a habit that you've been in your whole life, man, it takes effort to break those habits. It takes effort to break those habits. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's just the reality of it, man. I think as men, what we have to keep in mind, man, is that no matter what we think we want to do, the bottom line is we have to be what we're supposed to be. And what we're supposed to be, we're supposed to be strong, we're supposed to be independent minded, and we're supposed to be able to stand up on our square. Whatever square you draw in the sand, you got to stand on that square. And that's what we're supposed to do. And there's too much of that not going on because too many people are worried about what somebody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that about, okay, we're in the alpha sphere. Whatever we talking about over here, like nobody should even care about it. Nobody should care about what we talking about over here. If you're not over here, you shouldn't care about it. But guys wasting all their time caring about what somebody else is talking about. Now, if you can take a lesson out of what I'm talking about and pass a lesson on to people that improves their lives, then cool. Like when I talk about these things, I talk about Gabrielle Union or Will Smith, old lady. When I talk about those things, yeah, it seems like I'm just finna talk about some stuff. But if you listen to the content, there's always a lesson in all of this. Most times for men, but sometimes even for women, there's a lesson in this. And if you're listening to something and you don't, you don't care about it from that perspective, why do you care? Too many men care about what somebody else is doing. Like I could care less. I literally could care less about what somebody else is doing. I have a mission and a goal, and I'm not promised any time. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I know every day I'm here, I gotta be trying to build what I'm trying to build, and I gotta be trying to do what I'm trying to do. I'm on a mission, and I gotta be on that mission every day. And worrying about what somebody else is doing ain't gonna keep me on that mission. It ain't gonna keep me on that mission. So there's a lot of things that I just don't do. Here's another thing. And I was talking to my homie about this the other day, man. I don't listen to content where dudes talk about women. I just don't do it. I will not listen to your content if you're talking about women. You know why? Because I'm a daily uploader. And then I do live streams. I talk about women enough. I damn sure ain't for listening to nobody else talk about what I already got to talk about. I already got to create this content. I already got to record this content. I already got to edit this content. And while I'm editing this content, you know what I'm doing? I'm listening to it on playback. So by the time y'all hear it, I've already heard it 3, 4, 5, 10 times already. So you look at that. 10, let's say on average 8 times. I'm dropping content 6 times a week. That's 48 times I'm listening to content before y'all even hear it. And then I got to come on here and listen to it with y'all if I put it up in the premiere. So let's make that 9 times. That's every day I'm listening to that content. You think I'm finna go listen to somebody else talking about women? Hell no. I don't need no game from nobody. No, I don't need no information. So I just don't do it. I ain't got time. I don't have time. You know how much time that I have me spending on women? Spending on talking about women? That's what this channel is built on. This channel is built on becoming the most alpha version of yourself. And one of the main reasons that men don't become the most alpha version of themselves because they don't know how to deal with women from a position of power. And so this channel is based on eliminating that part of it. And then we go over to the King Ray Ray channel. and build ourselves into the most out version of ourselves for real. But that's what this is about. I'm not finna listen to no man. I do not. If your ass talk about women, man, I don't listen to your content. I ain't listen to your content in forever. Honestly, man, I ain't listen to no content when nobody talk about women, man, probably the whole damn year. I just don't do it. I don't have time for it. Because if I do my content, then I spend time listening to content about women, man, I'm spending my whole damn life by D-Bros. I'm not finna do that. That don't make no sense, man. Now, I may listen to it a little bit more if I wasn't, if I didn't create content around it. But, man, I create content, bro. I ain't got no time for it. I ain't got no time for it, man. I just don't. I ain't going to make no time for it. Spiritual Joe, appreciate the fireball. Facts, could never grow muscle when I was younger. Just hit a year of celibacy and continue to become my most alpha version. Salute to you, bro. Keep grinding and growing with that, man. Keep grinding and growing. Keep grinding and growing. You know, we got No Nut November and No Jack January coming up. So I think we may do a little something, man, with No Nut November this year, man. You know what I'm saying? We may do a little something with it. But so I just say, man, you got to spend your time wisely while you're here because you're not guaranteed any of your time. You got to take your time and spend it wisely. So, man, you may see me, man, boy, you may see me out somewhere with a bad little chick, man, bad little young timber, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, my age limit, man. My age limit, my cutoff is 28. You know what I'm saying? Older than 28, man, she got to be a phenomenal woman, boy. And she got to be, you know, she got to have held on to her youthful mind. A lot of women in their 30s can hold on to their youthful appearance, but they don't have their youthful mind. And I need that youthful mind. I need that mind that still believes in the possibilities of building something amazing in the world, not just in a relationship, but in the world. I need that mind. I don't need that mind that has been damaged so much that it is bitter to the world, that it believes that the world is just, that there is no hope in trying to do anything. I don't need that mind right there, man. So you may see me, but if you see me, I'm enjoying that time. I do not deal with women whose time I don't enjoy. If I don't enjoy, I'm not talking about just it's cool to have her around. I'm talking about if I don't look forward to having that woman around me, bro, she ain't going to be around me. I got to look forward to having that woman around me. I got to be, and listen, man, I got to be I got to be excited about having that woman around me. If not, she ain't coming around. You know what I'm saying? I got to be excited about it. And that's the thing with me. Everything in your life should bring you some excitement. Everything in your life should bring you some joy. Everything in your life should be something you look forward to. If you're doing shit that you don't look forward to, stop doing it. Whether it's bad or good. If you got a bad habit, you know you ain't looking forward to doing it, you just can't stop because you know what the end result gonna be. You know how you're gonna feel on the back end of it. Stop doing it. Well, man, it's hard to stop doing it. BOA hard. It ain't hard. Do it. Hey, you mean it's hard? How is it hard to stop doing something that's damaging you, homie? I'm talking about this hard, man. It's hard for me to do what's best for myself. Man, if it's hard for you to do what's best for yourself, man, you need to do some soul searching. How is it hard for you to protect yourself? You can protect yourself from everything but yourself? Come on, man. Mr. Camry, appreciate the dime, man. Thanks for helping me become a beast. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Appreciate you being in the joint. That's what we own, man. This is about grinding, man. Man, let me tell you something. Even on days when you don't want to go to the gym, have some shit at the crib, man, where you can get your workout in. If you ain't got nothing but some dumbbells, man, get you a few dumbbells, man. You don't need nothing heavy. Get you some 20s, 25, 30s, and 40s. And you can get you a bang-up workout, man. It's going to be a different guy. If you're doing heavy, high intensity at the gym, okay, when you at the crib, do lightweight, high reps, high intensity. You know what I'm saying? Drop the weight, increase the reps. Either way, you're gonna cut the time between sets down. The time between sets gonna be low. If you really want to build a body, man, keep the time between your sets to 30 seconds. You're gonna be wore out, but boy, you're gonna build something. That's why more people can't build a body because they don't do that. They be in the gym, man. Joker be in there doing curls, man. You in there doing curls, man, and you taking a minute and a half, 2 minutes between sets. No wonder your arms look puny. So you got to take your time, man, and build yourself into the best version of yourself, because that's all you got. All you got is what you build yourself into. The only thing you have that's different from other men is you. Everybody got a little paper. Everybody can get a little paper. Only thing you have to present to the world that's different from everybody else is you. You're the only authentic thing you have in your life. You are the only authentic thing you have in your life. Unless you want to blow some money and get some material joint custom built. We ain't talking about no foolishness like that. But you all you got. You should focus 100% on you. Because you're all you got to present to the world as how hard you work, how hard you grind, how consistent you are, how much you love yourself, how open-minded you are, how open-hearted you are, how much of a benefit you can be to the world is only able to be known by what you present. That's all you got. Just you. Why are you focusing on other things? Why are you worrying about what somebody else got to say or what somebody else doing or what somebody else think or something like that? Man, let me tell you something. Man, you got to embrace life. Anything that's the opposite of life, don't embrace it. You ain't got to respond to no negative energy, man. Listen, bro. I listen to what dudes say about me sometimes. Bunch of cats. I listen to it. I ain't going to respond to it. But I make myself listen to it. Why? Because I just have to remember to tell myself, who is this again? Like who is this again? Who is this guy again? Who is this? Wait a minute, that's who? I don't know who that is. I know that fool from online. I don't know that dude. Dude don't know me. Man, I don't know him. Why am I concerned about what he's saying and I don't know him? Why am I concerned about what she's saying and I don't know her? I don't know no woman offline. It ain't no woman offline ever met me in person. I mean, since the MySpace days. I had a bunch of them flying in on MySpace days, but you know how long ago that was. I'm talking when MySpace was popping. I ran game too, boy. And this is gonna be my first time releasing music to the masses. This is gonna be my first time doing that. And that's why I'm trying to make sure, man, it's going to be done the right way. Trying to make sure it's going to be a major label release by independent. Man, and so I put a song up there, man, and I can't remember. I had a young dude in college. I can't remember where he was in college at. I think he was at the University of Louisiana Monroe. That's where he was. Man, he gave me this bot to where I could just push my views. So my song, man, my song was doing 1 million views a day. 1 million views a day. And the song was cold. It was doing 1 million views a day, man. Just popping. Boy, let me tell you something. I had so many bras fly in, bro. I'm talking about, boy, they were flying in all over the place, man. Because I was that dude, man, that they ain't know who I was, but I obviously was popular. I had millions of people, looking, and they were way back then, man. They were back when Soulja Boy was popping on MySpace, man. But I did that, man. It was game. So, but man, I haven't done that since then, man. Like since I've been doing YouTube, there is no woman has met me in person. Let me think about something. Man, nobody has met me in person off YouTube. Like nobody has met me in person off YouTube. There's some of you guys that I be out and I see you guys, but I'm talking about, not the alpha sphere. I'm talking, man, there is nobody who has met me in person since I've been doing this. Nobody offline has met me in person since I've been doing this. Nobody has. No man, no woman, no nobody. So when I hear shit being said, I be like, man, I don't know these people. And whatever they think they know, I don't even know where they got that shit from because nobody knows me. Nobody's met me. Nobody can say, bro, I be like, man, why would I get caught up in that? And it's the same thing in your real life. Why you getting caught up in that, man? Why you getting caught up in what he said, she said, or what they said, or what? Who cares? Who cares? Because what you got to understand is this, man. Most women are messy, and most dudes are messier than women. You know what I'm saying? Some of the dudes who play like they the hardest are the messiest. Some of the dudes who play like they the most thorough are the messiest. Some of the dudes who play like they the biggest max are the messiest. Some of the dudes who play like they the biggest players, the biggest pimps are the messiest. Like dudes are messier than women. Because women are just messy on the surface. A woman gonna be messy and she gonna let the world know it. Dudes are messy undercover. Like a group of them will get together and talk about you. You know what I'm saying? A group of them will get together and spread rumors about you. Like they'll sit there in the huddle. What we gonna say about BOA? Well, let's say this. Nah, they ain't gonna believe that. Well, let's say this. Nah, they ain't gonna believe that either. Well, let's just talk bad about it. Okay, let's do that. Who cares, man? Who cares? You don't have time to focus on the negative energy that people trying to bring your way. Anybody who tries to bring you negative energy without cause is working for Satan, man. They're an enemy of your success. The only enemy of success is Satan himself. They're evil. Any man or woman who is just bringing negative energy your way is working for Satan. Why are you wasting time on wicked men and women? They are wicked. That is wickedness. That is evil. Who are we to waste the God-given life that we have, man, on dealing with people who trying to bring negative energy to us? Who cares? You got a life to build. You got a life to live, dog. You need to do your thing, man. There's people dependent on you to pop your thing off. You dependent on you. There are people who are waiting for you to pop their thing off so they can come along and help you along the way and pop their thing off because they help you pop yours off. Why are you wasting time on this foolishness, man? Ain't got no time for that, dog. No time. Mr. Cameron, shadow boxing is a hell of a work, for sure. Salute to you, man. Toe Finley. Tay Finley. That nigga said Toe. Tay Finley, appreciate the dime, man. Appreciate it. Warhammer. Appreciate the two-bone, man, working on building the body that I always wanted. That's the thing, man. It's a grind, man. It takes time. This is the thing. These are lifestyle changes we're making. This ain't something we trying to do, well, man, I got to be right for the summer. I don't care nothing about that, man. I don't care. Because here's the thing with me, man. When I'm grinding, I'm cutting, some come up, okay, I'm finna take some time off and go take care of that and enjoy life. And then when I do that, take care of that thing, I'm going to come back and I'm going to get back on it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I live my life. I don't have no deadline to do nothing. I live my life the way I want to live it. You understand? So if I have something that takes precedence over something for a short period of time, I don't try to navigate both of them. I go do what I got to do, and then I come back to that thing. You got to navigate life with patience, man. You got to not let things make you crumble under the pressure, because when you really think about it, there ain't no damn pressure. There ain't no pressure. All the pressure you have in life is pressure you put on yourself. You put pressure on yourself to do this by this time. All you got to do is make progress. Make progress. Yes, you want to make the optimal amount of progress you can, but as long as you're making progress, it don't have to be optimal every damn step of the way, but as long as it's progress. We're human. We're not perfect. As long as you ain't going backwards, as long as you ain't sitting still. If you take one step, that's a step in the right direction. If you're standing still, you ain't moving. If you're going backwards, you're dying. You got to keep in mind, brothers, that you got to live the life the way that you want to live it. But the main thing about this life is enjoying it. Don't forget to enjoy your life, dog. Don't forget to enjoy your life, man. You only got one life. You can't be around here stressing out about foolishness. You got one life, man. You got to protect it. And if you don't do nothing else ever, I want you to remember that, man. You got to protect your life. Okay? You may be a beta male silverman Johnny. That's fine. That's your life. I don't deal with beta male silverman Johnny. But who the hell am I? You don't need me to deal with you. You've been had your whole life, all this time. Your life ain't going to change. Your VOA don't deal with you. Now I can help you become the most out version of yourself, but we ain't finna be like homies. I ain't finna be homies with no beta male silverman Johnny. I just ain't finna do it. It's just the bottom line. But I'm not saying you're not a man or you don't deserve to live, you don't deserve to be successful, any of that. I'm saying you ain't finna be my partner. It's the same thing with a woman. I'm not finna deal with no scallywag. I don't care how beautiful she is. If she's a scallywag, okay, she for somebody else. I hope you have a good time with her, bro. Marry the broad if you want to. I'm not finna wife up no scallywag. That's just me, though. She don't need me in her life. She can go be a scallywag and get a wife. Look at the Gabrielle Union. She got a husband. So this is how you have to live your life, man. You got to live your life to where none of that stuff matters to you. The only thing that matters to you in life is that you are up, alive, healthy, and well, and able to pursue the things you want to pursue in this life. And you're able to enjoy the process, enjoy the ride along the way. Enjoy your life, man. That's what this is all about. It's about enjoying your life. And whoever don't like it, fuck them. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You ain't got to try to win nobody over. You should be you. You be the best version of yourself, and anybody who can't be won over by that, they ain't meant to be around you anyway, but it's their loss. It's their loss. You know what I'm saying? It's their loss. If we ain't partners no more, that's your loss. If you're a broad and you ain't in my life no more, that's your loss. You lost. I didn't. Because if you're a broad, I'm the most amazing man you ever met in your life. I know that. You got blessed. And if we used to be partners, man, you ain't got no more partners like me. I know that. You've been blessed. Why? Because I've been blessed. I've been blessed to be that type of person. It's a blessing. It ain't got to do with me. It's just the gift that God gave me. Agent of True, appreciate the dime, homie. Appreciate it. So, you know, the reality to the scenario is this, man. When we come in here on these live streams, man, we ain't gonna always come in here and talk about bras, man. You know, we talk about bras all through the week, man, on the regular content uploads. You know, that's what the regular content, I mean, that's what the channel's built on. We come in here and we talk about how to deal with these bras, how to interact with these bras, how to control these bras, how to avoid these bras. We talk about everything that got something to do with women. And so every time we come in here, especially on Sunday, man, we're gonna call this self-service Sunday. On Sunday, we're gonna serve ourselves. We're gonna talk about self-serving on Sunday. Because that's a very, very important part of being a man. You have to know how to serve yourself. Like you always tell me, you're supposed to serve people. You're supposed to serve this. The best thing a man can do is serve people. No, the best thing a man can do is serve himself. You serve yourself, and then you put yourself in the best position to be able to help people. If I hadn't put myself in the best position, man, I wouldn't be able to serve you guys like this, man. You got to put yourself in a position to be able to serve people. You can't just start off, okay, I'm just going to serve people. That's how you end up with nothing. You end up being a person that been serving people your whole life. You end up with nothing. You end up destitute, man. Ain't nobody trying to do that, man. It don't make sense to do that. So, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all in here much longer, man. That's all. Let's go ahead and get ready to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. Got lights everywhere, man. Y'all see, I got my new ring light right there, man. Bam. See them eye right there? I look crazy, man. But I got them set up to where, man, if I'm looking at you guys, you can't just see them in my glasses the whole time, that's pretty phenomenal. I like that. So, man, let's get ready to head on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. It's been real in the field. We'll be back on regular schedule, man, this week. Y'all just look out, man. If you haven't subscribed to the King Ray Ray channel, man, go ahead and do that. Just YouTube search the King Ray Ray Show or King Ray Ray, man. You'll see it. The King Ray Ray Show will pop right up, man. So I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. It's a good self-service stream, our first self-service stream, man. And this is what we're going to do on Sundays, man. Self-service Sunday, man. It's going to be all about us, all about the men, all about us, you know what I'm saying, serving ourselves and creating the best version of who we were intended to be. So y'all take the blessings that God give you, man, and capitalize on. Appreciate everybody being in the joint. And y'all remember, man, put God first, and no matter what they say, alphas up, betas down is the motto. Peace.
Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, you their efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though.